Alright, today I'm going to show you on myself what I like to do to get my bangs out of my face. So my hair is done, but I'm a chronic tucker, so I always end up tucking my hair behind my ears, and I get sick of seeing myself like that. So I'm going to show you a couple easy things to pull your hair back. The easiest one, I think, is what I do when I don't really have a lot of time. I back comb that front section, smooth it out, and I like to take a bobby pin and just, that it's smooth very well, and just pin it back like this. I put a tiny twist like right there, and I pin it back just like this. It gets it out of my face, it gives me a little volume, and I'm not tucking my hair behind my ears. Super, super, super easy. The next one I'm going to show you is where it's like a kind of what I do for Kinsley's hair, but just on a bang level, is where I do like two twists in it. So I take my hair, a section of hair, about that big, and I split it in two, and I just cross them over, and I pick up from the outside. It's just kind of like a two-stranded braid almost. And once I get back a little bit, I don't pick any more hair up. I just twist it, and I like to just take my twist apart. And then you can pick up your hair a little bit if you want. So then you have a place to pin it down. And I take my bobby pins, and I secure it right there. And then it gets a little twist. Looks a little different than just sticking a clip in there, and it's pulled back. The third one I'm going to show is how I put a French braid up in the front of my hair. I believe a while back I showed just the regular braid, so I'm going to show you with a Dutch braid on myself and how I like to do that. So again, you get that big section of hair right up here. Obviously my part's not straight, it doesn't matter, my part's never straight. Break it into 3 chunks and start your braid. So for these, I like to actually like do the French braid motion where you're picking up extra hair for a decent portion of this, probably, I don't know, a good few inches on your head, just so that you're making sure all that hair is getting out of the way. You don't have any hair falling in your face. Once you get a ways back, then that's when I'm not picking up any more hair. I'm just braiding this back here, doing the Dutch braid motion. I like to do this too, because then if I'm working, my bangs are back, and then once I get the kids and we're playing for the afternoon, I can pull it back into a ponytail, and it still looks pretty good. Mom. Hello. So I'm just fattening my braid up like I like to do. And this one I do like to pull back a little further. I like how that looks. Pulled back, not covered up by hair. I take my bobby pin and I secure it right in. We're good to go. The last braid the last way to pin your bangs back that I'm going to show is with a fishtail braid. I have been liking this one. It's kind of been my go-to one, I feel like. So I take a little bit bigger of a section for this because I'm not going to be really braiding up in this area with the fishtail, and I want all my hair out of my face. So I take a little bit bigger of a section. Plus with a fishtail, you kind of end up, it gets so much skinnier if you don't take big enough sections. So with a fishtail, if you remember, it's pretty easy. You split it in 2, like this, and you take from the outside of those chunks, and you cross them over to the other chunk of hair. Take it from the outside, cross it over. At first you kind of feel like, is it really actually braiding? But I promise that it is. You're just taking from the outside and crossing it over. as you work your way down the hair, I kind of start to pull the hair back as I'm braiding, just so that when I secure it, you don't get a bubble like up through here. So once you get a little bit further down, you can start seeing that fishtail pattern coming. At first it doesn't really seem like it's doing very much. Once you're working it almost all the way down to that bottom part, you can usually let them go, especially if you have color on your hair, it'll be a little stiffer. So I like to then just kind of fatten that up. Fishtails fatten up really fast, since they're just the two-stranded ones. Then I will take it, again I let this one like drape over my hair, I like how that looks. I take it and I put my bobby pin in, and I'm good to go. My hair is done for the day, and it's out of my eyes.